Yuck.
Exactly.
So where were you?
Okay, so we will not be in exec.
Correct.
Okay.
It's on
Okay.
It was.
This is the Tuesday, February 11th, regular meeting of Lorain County Board of Commissioners. May we begin by the pledge to the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Commissioner Riddell,
Here.
Commissioner Moore,
Here.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Here.
Under resolutions, number 1, investments.
Move to approve. Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 2, appropriations.
Move to approve. I'll second.
Discussion.
Yes, Casey, we've got a couple of large ones in there. Can you give us a little background on those?
Certainly, yes. These are for projects you guys that have already been approved and are moving forward. This is more along the lines of just reappropriating those funds. So these funds would have been appropriated as part of the 2024 budget. The dog kennel project, the various of the airport runway projects and things of that nature. Those were awarded and appropriated in 24, so we're just now reappropriating those in 2025 for those funds to actually be used.
Spent.
Any unused or unencumbered appropriations from the previous year, once the calendar year ends, they essentially go to zero. So we're just reappropriating those funds to move forward with those projects.
Okay, thank you.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Dell.
Aye.
Number 3, transfers.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Number 4, advances, repayments. There were none. Number 5, requisitions.
Okay, that's page 1. Can we have page 2, Victor? Okay, page 3. Okay, move to approve.
I'll second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Number 6, travel.
Move to approve. Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 7, bills.
And we have page 1 is the general fund. We have page 2, Victor. These are the special revenue funds for each department. You'll see the dog kennel, the Basque Bridge, EMA, so forth and so on. And page 3.
Move to approve pages 1 through 3. Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 8, county commissioners may recess an executive session to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, along with any other matters as specifically identified by motion, in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22G 1 through 8. No executive session, right? Yes.
No
It
executive
depends
session.
on, has the personnel summary sheet been updated so we can,
Yes.
with, has there been an updated one or no? Oh, you're not doing that? Okay.
Okay. Personnel summary sheet could go up.
So we're good?
And you'll see that there are some appointments. We continue to make appointments and get the citizen boards filled. I move to approve the personnel summary sheet.
A second.
Discussion?
Yeah, no relation to me in the second one.
I'm sorry.
Moore's like Smith, where there's a lot of us. There's more Moores, you know, so.
Anything further? Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell, or Moore?
Man,
I know. Ugh.
aye.
Public comment on agenda items. I just believe those are public comment at the end, correct, Commissioner Riddell?
Yes, we have two for the end of the
Okay.
meeting.
Is there any old business?
Yes, there was an issue over a contract for a sewer project, and we received opinion from the prosecutor's office, who, as you know, is our legal counsel. And to quote the germane sentence, we investigated an issue with that the engineer's office had made concerning training and OSHA and apprenticeship qualifications. And at this juncture, the determination is that the engineer's office acted in due diligence, and that there's no that the decision of the engineer's office is legally sound and follows the verbiage of the responsible bidder language for the county. So we're gonna leave that contract stand as is. It requires no further action. We approved it pending an audit by the prosecutor's office. That audit came back and it didn't change the basis on which the resolution was passed, so the resolution stands, and the auditor can go out and collect bid, or go out and award bids. Okay? That's all I have.
Under board business, number 9, approve and waive the reading of the county commissioners' meeting minutes of January 31st of 2025.
So moved?
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
10, receive and journalize an expedited annexation of 39.2210 acres from Pittsfield Township to the City of Oberlin. Agent John Clark for petitioner, City of Oberlin, and the decision will be made on the February 25th, 2025 agenda.
So moved?
Second.
Discussion.
Okay, for those that were following, there's been some property along Pittsfield that has been, that the city of Oberlin has sought to annex and include into their commercial industrial development. And there are several ways of doing the annexation. The role of the commissioners is to audit that process and see that they have followed the correct process. We are not the judge of whether the one side or the other, if it's a disputed case, we do not determine the successful position. But we are charged by the state of Ohio with auditing the process, and if the process is done correctly, then it's our job to award the annexation. So this is giving the notice that on February 25th, we will be charged with making that decision, and any parties that would like to speak prior to that can do so. Other than that, during this time period between the now and the 25th, we will be looking to see to it that the work was properly done by the city of Oberlin or not. And as you see, this is expedited one. There's 4 different types of annexation. This is one of those 4. That's all.
Commissioner, just to let you know that this is not a public hearing. For this annexation, it's just a decision by the board based upon the
Correct.
agreement. Okay.
But we
Okay.
make this decision
Right,
in a
yeah.
public meeting, and thanks to the 2-minute rule, it sometimes ends
Yeah.
up looking just like a public hearing.
Right. Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Number 11, approving consent to assign contracts regarding the new Lorain County Maintenance Garage Facility Project and alterations to the fourth floor Commissioner's reception area from Clark and Post Architects, Inc. to CPL Architects, Engineers, and Landscape Architect, DEC.
So moved?
Second.
Discussion.
Yes. This is a change in name of the contracts, so this is housekeeping. Ms. Perkins, would you like to address that? You grabbed the mic.
I was ready for a question. So yes, as you say, this is a housekeeping measure. We've been fortunate to have a local architect, Ron Coco, in Lorain County here for as long as I've worked for the Lorain County Commissioner's Office. And apparently, he has decided to sell to CPL Architects. So we have, I think, 2 existing contracts with Clark and Post. So what this resolution does, and Lee assisted us with this, is basically make it official that now our purchase order will be with the new firm CPL instead of Clark and Post. And we're going to sign the consent to make that change as well. So there we go. That's all I got.
Yep, with that goes the continuing work and the bond for the project and all that good stuff, so.
Yep, the same architect's working on our project. There's no change as to the folks that are working for us. It's just a change in the name of the company.
Anything further? Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Number 12, enter in a service agreement with True Scripts Management Services LLC, Washington, Indiana, as the pharmacy benefit manager for Lorain County. This is effective retroactive to February 1st of 2025. Agreement can be renewed annually upon approval, and it has a 60-day cancellation clause.
So move to approve. Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell.
Aye.
Number 13, approve the settlement agreement and release in Lorain County Common Pleas, case number 23 CV 210434, State of Ohio versus Kalo versus Lorain County Commissioners. This is in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 5503.04 for the period of October 1st of 2013 to December 31st of 2018 in the amount of $685,210.50, which will be paid from various accounts to include the general fund, MVGT, and law library.
So move for discussion.
Second?
Discussion.
Shouldn't this say Kalo versus Kalo? Because he was a county commissioner who didn't during this time period, and now he's a clerk. And I mean, when I took office here in 21, we were discussing settlement. And it seems like this was a fight between the auditor's office and the Lorain City Clerk's office, which probably continued from when they both were, when he was commissioner and auditor. But this is disturbing that we have to do this, correct, Karen? I mean, you have the history with this, correct?
Sure. I guess the bird's eye view of the history of it anyway.
Yeah.
So this is nothing other than a money shuffle. So what
Yep.
happened is the city of Lorain overpaid the county, Lorain County. So instead of paying us a percentage of the fees that were due us, they paid us 100% of those fees. And they didn't hold back anything. So what this is basically Lorain County paying them back for the funds that they overpaid us. And because it was for an extended time period, the amount of the settlements is over $600,000.
Well, not only that, there was really no true record that we could ever come up with, I think was the reason why, over the last few years, nobody could agree to a number.
Right, and there were 2 forensic audits done, one performed by the city of Lorain and one performed by our county auditor's office. So between those 2 forensics audits, a complaint that went to court and a court order, the county is now reimbursing the city of Lorain for their overpayment of funds.
But nobody ever
And-
came up with the actual number. This is just
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
it-
based on the forensic audits.
forensic audit, because there was, people pretty much destroy records that's after a certain amount of time, correct?
Correct. They retained the records for the period that they were required to. Because this went back so far, they did not have the records to be able to produce them. So, and as you can see, there's various accounts that we were paying this out of: general fund, MVGT, law library. So when the city of Lorain pays those fees into the county divvies those fees up. It's based off of the Ohio Revised Code. It tells us specifically what percentage goes to the engineer's office, what percentage goes to the law library. So what we did is we took that same percentage and applied it to the funds that we need to pay back to the city of Lorain, so that it's not all coming out of the general fund. We're all going to pay our fair share back to what we owe Lorain.
Because Lorain doesn't keep all this money, they're gonna have to distribute beyond that.
Another thing that I hope, it says, I did not see the court order, but I do hope that it does specify in the court order that the city of Lorain is required to pay back the state of Ohio. So that's a very important piece of this puzzle.
That's a very important piece of the puzzle that should be in the record,
Yes,
so.
Is there interest involved in this?
no interest.
But this, two things. This, first of all, for those of us that come from the public sector, or for the private sector, the public sector, it doesn't matter whether this occurred on our watch or somebody else's. This is, about embarrassing is about the only word that I can, at this level of money, to overlook, a couple $100 or a couple $1,000 in the scope of all the money that transfers around here is one thing, but to let something go on of this duration. The second thing is, it's probably not legal, but I think if you want to make sure Ohio gets their money, make the check out to the city of Lorain and the state of Ohio.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we can do that.
It's probably not legal, but that's what we would do in the rest of the world.
Yeah, in the private sector.
Believe me, we talked about that, but because the judge ordered the 685, we had to send it to Lorain, knowing that Lorain has to pay back the state of Ohio
That's right.
out of that money.
Well, we're all residents of the state of Ohio, so if they don't pay back the state of Ohio, we'll have an action of our own.
Well, and I've already made a request to Lorain to use some of those funds to support our VIA system.
Okay, I was gonna say that next. 'Cause I was gonna say, you know what? I think their portion's about 685,000 to a 10, isn't it?
Okay. Well, at
Well, this
least
is not, this is just, I don't know.
it's off the docket.
It is, it's, yeah.
Commissioner Moore,
Yeah,
Commissioner Riddell,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Aye.
Number 14, allow Lorain County Conservation District to use 2.6 acre parcel of land at 42100 Russia Road, Elyria, for pollinator habitat. No county general fund monies will be used, and county reserves the right of land.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Discussion.
Yes, for those that were here a little while ago, earlier this year, these folks approached the county to use some vacant land next to a county building, over near the Ohio State Extension, I believe, isn't it?
Thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ag Center. And so they're gonna turn this land that's all scrub brush and whatnot into a pollinator. They've received a grant to perform the work and to buy the plants and do so. All this is giving them permission to take control of the land while we retain the right to own the land. That's all I have.
Anything further? Okay. Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
I,
15, authorize payment to Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation in the amount of $30,987 for the True Up reporting policy period effective retroactive January 1st of 2024 through January 1st of 2025, and this will be paid for the workers' compensation claims cost account.
So moot.
Second.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell,
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher,
Aye.
Commissioner Moore.
I,
Under 911, 16, enter a new contract with Eventide, Inc., Red Bank, New Jersey, for recording phone and radio calls for Lorain County 911. Interaction Insight Corporation is supplying Lorain County 911 with the next generation complaint voice recorder to meet the requirements of next generation 911. This is effective March 14th of 2025 for 84 months at an annual cost of $24,182.25, with the annual increases per the contract, which will be paid from the computer system software account, and Lorain County will receive a credit of $78,000 from Motorola.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Rob, would you like to take the mic and explain the benefit of this upgrade?
Thank you, Commissioners. Yes, when we did the Motorola contract, it was when we were under the impression that there wasn't any going to be changes to the next generation 911. We're under enhanced 911 right now, which allows us to record phone calls and also to record radio traffic. With the contract, we discovered that in 2026, the state of Ohio is going to go to next generation 911, which is going to basically give us more capabilities to record more things, including video. And then we'd have to have a new recorder at that point. We decided that instead of doing an improvement to our recorder at this time, under the contract we have with Motorola, we would take it out and we'd put in a new recorder that'll take their needs for the next 8 years, which will include the ability to do next generation 911 recording. So this is what that is for. The contract is actually being reviewed by the prosecutor's office for the actual purchase of the equipment. This is for the service agreement, the $26,000 a year. So when we get that contract done, we'll go ahead and get the purchase of equipment in for you. You should have it soon. But it's basically, we made the decision to not go with just upgrading the recorder under the terms of the Motorola contract because it would only be good for a year. And instead of spending that money for something that's not good for a year, we decided that we would get some quotes to look out going forward for what we could use for the next 8 years.
Thank you. We'll save the explanation of next gen when the next gen is imminent. How's that?
That would be appropriate.
Anything further? Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Under EMA 17, disposing of unneeded personal property, excess face masks and face shields, in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 307.12I, that was given during COVID response efforts from various donations in the Ohio Department of Public Health.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
County Administrator's update.
Just two updates. This week, we've been busy with the 911 communication tower project. We had a meeting this morning, and that is moving along. We're close with Northern Ohio Water getting that done, and I'm hopeful that by the end of the month, we'll have that lease signed with the state of Ohio for that tower out there in Bromhill Township. Second thing is the 6119, although it feels like it just kind of grinds the sewer project. We've got put spreadsheets together. We're looking at all the numbers, making sure that when we do bring it out to the public, that we can certainly answer all the questions that everybody's going to have in those public sessions that we are required to have as we move forward. And that completes my report.
Okay, I have nothing. Board correspondence.
Move to waive the reading of the board correspondence.
I'll second it.
Discussion. Commissioner Riddell?
Aye.
Commissioner Gallagher?
Aye.
Commissioner Moore?
Aye.
Is there any new business? No? Public comment.
Public comment, we have Martin Whitney and Bill Mondak. Which one would like to go first? Mr. Bill? All right. Please take the podium and speak into the Y and and smile. You are on camera.
Well, thank you for the opportunity to meet before the commissioners. And Marty and I, we just wanted to share some concerns from the agricultural portion of Lorain County. And it's specific to the property taxes. I don't have to tell you, it's been a couple of very rough years in the agricultural world as far as grain prices, the weathers, what's going on with the weather, input cost. It's really tough. If I were to go to a banker and say, I want to start a business where I have no direct control over the cost of my inputs, no direct control over the variables involved in producing that product, and finally, no direct say-so on what I'm going to get for it at the end, he'd say, you're crazy, get out of here. But that's exactly what a farmer is all about these days. And the increase in the property taxes is really, really putting a big hurt because Lorain County is basically still family farms. We don't have corporate farms here. It's all family farms. Some of these farms have been here for 150 plus years. And the future is looking rather bleak, to say the least. One of my personal concerns is the definition of residual property. I don't see that anywhere in the tax code for the state of Ohio, yet the auditor apparently is using the term residual property to change the tax value away from CAUV to the full value of what he considers to be residual property. So if Mr. Whitney had a lane going back from the farm to a back field, just a grassy lane, to be able to access that field, that's going to be taxed at the highest property value possible because it's considered residual. In my own case, I'm on highly erodible ground down there between Route 18 and 162. And over the years, I've had government grants and cost sharing from Soil and Water to put grass waterways in for erosion control. That's all part of my compliance to be able to participate with the Farm Service Agency and in the government programs. And now that's being taxed at the highest property value. I have to have that or I legally can't farm that ground and be involved with any kind of programs or even crop insurance because I'm out of compliance. So I guess I'm speaking for myself and also for an awful lot of farmers in Lorain County. They all know me very well. I spent 40 years as, for lack of a better word, an agricultural consultant covering eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania. And there's probably not a farmer in Lorain County that I haven't met in my 40 years career. And they're all voicing the same concerns. I wanted to use my opportunity as being a resident of Brighton Township to appear before the board and express my concerns, and these concerns are being shared by everyone that I've spoken to concerning this subject. This concludes what I would have to say. Are there any questions from the commissioners on anything that I've brought up?
No, this is under the auditor's jurisdiction, but it is county business, so it's
Right.
appropriate at this section of our program.
Right.
However, we will refer your issue to the auditor and ask them for clarification to look at this on the video.
Okay, very good.
Okay?
I appreciate your time.
Also, we need to get your name and address for the record.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Legally, it's William Mondak, but I go by Bill. So it's Bill Mondak, M-O-N-D-A-K. Address is 24201 State Route 511, Wellington address, Brighton Township.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Martin, does that about cover yours?
Yeah, I won't even probably take 2 minutes.
Okay, well, that's good, because he used half of your 2 minutes.
It's all right, that's why you went first. My name is Marty Whitney, 50708, State Route 303, Wellington, Ohio, 44090. And The original deed from our farm from 1858 is still in the safe. We are proud and privileged to live in this county, and it's a privilege to be here to talk to the commissioners and to the folks in this room. Bill covered the base. I shared a letter with you guys to read. My sister is the bookkeeper. Please look at that. Property values and the increases are insane. We have a neighbor that has actually seen some of their farm parcels increase 300%. So we've had a great sharing. We're here to support you guys to find out what we could do, working with Kelly in Columbus, and anything else that we can do. Dave, you were great to share. Maybe there's an educational thing that we can go to, or anything, you know, anything. Erie County, you were mentioning Erie County. So we are here to offer not only my support, but our Camden Township support. Anything that's possible, because we really do feel like this is outrageous. And our paper proves it, other neighbors have it. The one thing that Bill did not mention is that there are a group of farmers centralized from Brighton Township, the Ziegler family was at the spearhead of it. A class action lawsuit is being filed against the auditor. And maybe you guys knew that.
I was
don't know.
going to share.
I was
that
gonna ask, yeah.
This is related to that class action lawsuit that's in the process.
Yes, correct, in the process.
40 farmers have signed up, to my understanding, into that class action lawsuit.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been filed, you guys are still
Correct.
gathering the class? Okay.
It's been filed. I don't know where it's at after
Okay.
that, Mr. Moore. I don't know.
Okay.
But it has been filed. So that's really, we wanted to be here. We'll be back in support and to learn. You guys have been great just in talking already, you know, to share some things and to understand. We're understanding that you guys have your place and he has his place and everything else. But maybe there's a way that we can talk about some of this, because that's too much.
Right.
That's too much.
Well,
Thank you,
yes.
fellas.
You're welcome. And just for the record, the voters elect about 10 people to 10 different departments.
Right.
And we're supposed to play well together, but not tell each other what to do. So, but I can tell you that in this day of frivolous lawsuits and so forth, I don't blame you for taking to the streets for 300%.
Well, that's the problem. It's the whole process is just well out of whack, you know, and the problem is, Mr. Riddell, you can just sit back and say nothing because it's so far out of whack, or we can try to play, like you said, within the system.
Yes.
This isn't to be disrespectful, but it's trying to cooperate.
Thank you both.
If I may just ask a quick question of the board. The biggest portion of my property tax is
Come up
for
to the mic.
You want me up?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. I used to do a lot of seminars. I probably did about 2,000 seminars over the years, and with my voice, I never had a problem.
It's more for to
Having
keep it
have
on record.
A microphone, yes, sir. The biggest portion of my property tax is for schools.
65%.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just confused. I thought that a number of years ago, the Ohio Supreme Court ruled it unconstitutional to fund schools based on property tax.
Yep.
Whatever
I
happened
don't know
with
the answer
that?
to your question.
What's that?
I say I don't know the answer to your
Yeah,
question.
I'm just very curious about that.
Okay.
It never seems to be
Well, thank
talked
you.
about. Thank you.
And we do need to try and stay close to the 2 minutes,
Yes.
because that's what we afford others, so.
That is fact. I'll share with you guys later.
Okay.
That is fact.
But thank you both for making the trip up from Wellington.
Thank you.
There's a lot of people that don't know where that's at.
Except in, that's what I say, except in August, they know.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Therefore, there being no additional business, our meeting is adjourned.
Thanks for coming.
Commissioner, can I get those letters and I'll make copies for all of you?
Yes, I was gonna ask you to do that. Very good.
So I put